Like, what's some tips?
I ain't gonna lie. 1 and 18?
Yeah.
Stop boxing.
It's Canadian money, got blue on the finger from all of the plastic I'm thumbing. None of that whipping outside of the next nigga. See you in public.
Perfect. Finish him.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what's going on? Salute to everybody in the building. It's your boy, it's your host, you know who it is, man. Ryan from the 6, we in the building with it. Talking boxing, man. It's the recap show. And if you've never been here before, make sure you sub, like the video, share. That's the least you could do, man. But I'm over here, I talk boxing, I talk real boxing. You know what I'm saying? I cover all of it, man. I try to do it on a non-biased level, but you know, there's some people that I got mad love for in the game, man. I can't front. So, you know, sometimes I do show my bias, but I don't try to drill it in y'all. I definitely don't do that, man. You're not going to get no drilling from me, bro. But, yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the building. I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. We got another fight weekend to recap to talk about. And to figure out, you know, what may be happening moving forward. We got a few topics, man, on the show. Obviously, we'll talk about the Zupa card. My man Aaron McKenna getting the big win in Dublin, Ireland. You know, shout out to Zupa for doing their first show in Ireland. It looked like it was a good time in there, man. The Irish, you know, they always fun. They always have a good time, man. They love combat sports. I'm also going to play a little video from Max Kellerman. You know, it was during the post-fight telecast. You know, he had some hot takes, man. He had some hot takes on Aaron McKenna. And, yeah, man, let's just talk about that. We also got Callum Walsh and Sam Hickey. They also fought on the Zupa card. We'll talk about them, man, and how they got through. You know, I said Sam Hickey. I think he's really going to be one of those guys who really could be around the middleweight division, as being a star one day in the middleweight division. You know, he's only, I think, 6-0 now, but, you know, they don't need to rush him there. He'll get there, man. He got the talent. But we'll talk a little bit about those guys. And then we'll pivot over to the women's card, which I did the live fight chat with. Shout out to the women, man. They were on. They were fighting well. They were doing their thing. That card moved really fast, man. Once it got going, once we finally got to the main card, it was definitely one of those ones, man. It was a good card. But we had shout out to Canada's own Amanda Galley. She won against Sharetta Metcalf, pretty much sweeping the fight. And Tam Tebow, man. Shout out to Tam Tebow. The fastest male or female to win a Ring Magazine belt. She did it in 5 fights. So shout out to her. Y'all might be looking at the new face of women's boxing, man. Cause she already got some accolades already popping off. And in the main event, Shanika Johnson versus Thorslin. Shout out to Dina Thorslin. Just absolutely buzzsawing Shanika Johnson. Shanika was not ready for that type of work. And it showed, man. It showed for sure. And then we also gonna pivot over to Mr. Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. We'll talk a little bit about Eddie Hearn. He had some updates for us about Matchroom, the schedule moving forward, a few fighters. You know, I won't harp on the Fury and AJ thing. It's already watered down as it is, man. So I'm not even gonna harp on that. But you know, Fury and AJ, that thing still hasn't been confirmed where it's gonna happen yet or date. So man, just a lot of unknowns, but there's some things that Eddie Hearn did drop on us about Matchroom boxing moving forward. So, yeah, man, we'll tussle into that a bit. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Make sure y'all go ahead, smash that like button for the stream. You know, it's a boy Ryan from the 6, man. Let me drop the links in the chat right before I do the little roll call, man. Get my people up in here. And, yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. One, shout out to everybody who came through the live chat, man. I didn't know how it was going to go. You know, it was women's boxing. So, you know, you know what I'm saying, man. You just never know. But shout out to everybody who tuned in, man. We had over 6,000 people in the stream, man. View the stream. It was dope, bro. There's a lot of people in the house. You know, shout out to Dina Thorslin. There was somebody in there named, I think, Milo Thorslin, who claimed to be her nephew. You know, he kept saying, yeah, he said that too. He said, my auntie got a better record than Shanika, y'all. And I was like, I thought he was trolling, right? I'm like, yo, who your auntie? And then he said, Dina Thorslin. I started laughing, bro. I was laughing, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate everybody who tuned in. It was a good stream. It's a good live fight chat. You know, shout out to Jake Paul, man. They moved that show along quick. I guess the 2-minute rounds helped too, man. You know what I'm saying? Them 2-minute rounds really go by fast. And it just all worked out, bro. I appreciate everybody in the house, man. Y'all showing love to the stream. Y'all hanging out with me. And yeah, going through that little spell where they had this transfer from ESPN, you know, because they got to usually wait on whatever's going on ESPN first before they can fully like transfer over. And they had that banana ball on, man. I wasn't feeling that. I didn't even know that was on ESPN. I was like, yo, what the hell is this? I'm like, how the hell banana ball on ESPN? And, you know, boxing not like on ESPN like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, man. Definitely wild. But, hey, I guess people like that shit, man. But, hey, that's neither here or there, as my man Toledo Treese would say. But salute to my man flexing and stepping in the building. What up? Salute, brother. You already know what it is. Big sixes in the house. And my dog Toledo Treese, what up, bro? He said, flexing, I want to fight you at the bare knuckle border wars. That's wild, bro. Bare knuckle border wars is crazy work, Treese, man. And Ness better not do nothing like that. I don't know where they going to have that one at, bro. That's a wild one right there. Shout out to Treese, though. My man said he a chump. Man, that's crazy. Oh, man. 25K, bro. Damn, flexing. You pricing yourself out, dog. 25K. That's wild, bro. I don't know where y'all getting that type of money from for y'all to fight. Shoot, man. That's wild, man. Shout out to Treese. He said he want the 75-25. He take it home 75. Oh, man. That's wild, man. That's wild, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you guys, though, man. But, yo, let's get into the show, bro. First of all, I do got that ticket link still up for all my Canadians who might be in the greater Toronto area, the GTA, as we say it out here. August 27th, the Summer Heat. Live professional boxing, man. My brother Joshua Frazier will be in the main event against Carlos Rodriguez. And in the co-main will be Tavario Stewart, you know, the star child. Make sure you guys hit that link there, the QR code to get tickets starting at $50, moving up. And there's tables available too if you want to get table seats. You know, there's a nice bar there. It's a nice venue. It really is a nice venue, man. And it gets loud in there. The last two ones they had there, yeah, it gets loud. So make sure you guys hit that QR code in the side. You know, if you can't see it on the mobile, you'll have to go to the YouTube stream. But let's get into it, man. Aaron McKenna, man, he beats my man Oliha. Dominates pretty much. You know, Oliha didn't really have nothing for him, really, man. I think McKenna, the only thing about McKenna in that performance was, I guess, like, he never really had dude hurt. Like, hurt to, I think at least I anticipated McKenna to have a knockout, to be honest. That's what I was picking. So I thought for sure he was going to go in there and, like, have this dude hurt multiple times to get a TKO stoppage. But, you know, my man is undefeated for a reason, right? Oliha, he's coming in the fight with 22 wins, 0 losses. So he didn't know how to lose. So he's a durable guy. He showed that. Aaron McKenna gets the dub, becomes the IBF champion in the middleweight division. Finally, that middleweight division starting to get some movement, starting to see people heat up, talk about fights. This is good, man. This is good for the division. Shout out to my brother Eddie Alvarez in the building. Salute, bro. But yeah, this is just one of those things, man, where now we're going to get to see what Aaron McKenna and his team do next. I think they probably got a 9-month window, I believe, before the mandatory's called. There's already somebody in position. Amri Jones, he won his eliminator for the IBF, so he is next up. And the IBF doesn't play around with these whole eliminators. They don't do that stuff, man. They don't play around. You know, Amri Jones going to get his shot. It's just a matter of, hey, does Aaron McKenna want to take another fight before the 9 months? You know, and then they'll get into negotiations. But either way, after 9 months, you know, if it lasts that long, we'll be seeing an Amri Jones, Aaron McKenna, some sort of negotiations. Which means, you know, we'll see Oscar De La Hoya and Dana White in the same press conference, in the same boardroom, however you want to mark it out. But they'll be working together again. And we'll see, man, if Aaron McKenna goes right into the Amri Jones fight next, or if Zuffa has him take another fight before that, which they can do, you know, because it's 9 months, so he's got time. But, you know, nonetheless, Amri Jones, it's like, what do you do now? You're in position. Do you go out and take another fight, stay busy fight, or do you go right to Aaron McKenna right now? I mean, we'll find out in a month or two. I think in the next couple of days, because Oscar De La Hoya and Rick Mirrigan, they were talking about it on Instagram, and it sounded like Oscar's on board with that fight. He wants to get it done. You know, I mean, Oscar De La Hoya, you know, he be lying to us. He be lying to us, but we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. What materializes. Rick Mirrigan, you know, he manages Amri Jones. Amari is a great talent, by the way. So that should be a good fight, man. That should be a good fight. And now I just got to highlight, you know, something that Mr. Max Kellerman said on the telecast, man. And this is no shade to him. He's allowed to have his opinions. But, man, I just kind of found it like crazy that, you know, he was dubbing Aaron McKenna the way he was so early. Like, you know, shout out to Aaron McKenna. I got a lot of faith in him. I think he's a great fighter as well. By the way, I'm not saying he's not a good fighter, man. I'm just saying I was pretty shocked by or not shocked, but just by the way, you know, Mr. Max Kellerman was going about it. You know, I thought at least, you know, I don't know how to say, man, but I thought at least he would have, you know, let McKenna win, give him his grace, maybe, you know, hype him up a bit. But, you know, there was some real talks here that I was like, damn, bro, like, my man Max Kellerman acting like, you know, there isn't other guys in the division that can beat Aaron McKenna, man. So let me pull this up and play this for y'all. For whatever reason, it's not allowing me to hear it through my headphones, so I'm worried that y'all won't be able to hear it. You know what I'm saying? On the output. But let me see, man. Sometimes it will play regardless. But oh man, obviously I want to hear it too. You know, Max Kellerman, man. Max Kellerman be on it. So obviously I want to hear it as well. But shoot, if I can't hear it, that ain't gonna work well. And I didn't even take nothing apart with my studio, so I don't even understand why it ain't playing, man. Let me check the settings, man. My bad, gang. Let me just check the settings on the browser. Probably the sound check's probably not here. Check it right quick and make sure it's all good. But make sure you smash that like button, man. When you come into the stream, show some love to the boy, man. That's all you got to do is for free. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. And let a friend know. Let somebody know we out here. We talking this boxing. Y'all know how it is, man. We talking this boxing. All that hardcore stuff. But yeah, man, we're not gonna dive too deep. We're just gonna talk about the recap show, and then on Thursday, yeah, I guess Thursday, we'll go ahead and do the preview and predictions for the weekend. The Clarissa Shields card, as well as we'll talk about other fights coming up too. But there's actually a decent amount of fights going on in August compared to like previous years in boxing. So yeah, I'm excited to hear what we got here going on. Bro, what the hell? I'm trying to see like where's the permissions. That's crazy. All right, man, freak. That's not gonna work. Yeah, I'm not sure why I can't hear it, man. That's freaking, it's tripping. I know it's not over here, or it shouldn't be over here at least. But shout out to everybody in the Discord, man. If you on the Discord, yeah, Aaron McKenna gets the big dub, gets the big win, and moves forward. Like, you know what I'm saying? He did his thing, man. I'm not mad at Aaron McKenna. I know we didn't know much about the guy who's fighting, but you could only beat the people who are in front of you, man, at the end of the day. Like, that's the IBF. They're going to mandate their mandatories, and you just got to beat them, man. So I felt like, look, man, Aaron McKenna, he did what he was supposed to do, and now we'll see moving forward what what somebody else could do with it. But let me see if I share the screen, if it'll allow the music to play then. I'm not sure if it will, man. But we'll see. Okay, they still got that up there. Yeah, I don't think it will. Yeah, can't hear nothing still. Okay, yeah, there's something going on here. Yeah, there's something going on there, man. But I wanted to play that video, but nah, man. I'm not even gonna play around with it anymore. Forget that. We'll move on to the next topic as per usual. Cause I don't even know why it's not looping back. But anyways, I'll have to figure that out a different time. That's a different time, different thing, man. We'll figure it out another day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, topic number 2, man. We'll get into that next. Callum Walsh in the ugly scrap with Tyler Denny, man. It didn't look good, didn't look nice, but he does get the win. Shout out to Phil in the building. What's going on, man? He said McKenna dominated. He is now number 2 at 160 for me. Would love to see him send Eubank Jr. to retirement. Oh, damn. I forgot about Eubank Jr. Eubank Jr., I thought he was in some talks to fight Berlanga, which sounds like a reasonable opponent for him. Edgar Berlanga. They kind of in the same, how do you say it? The same stratosphere of talent, same accomplishments. Same type of things, right? But yeah, Callum Walsh, man, in an ugly scrap with Tyler Denny. It just didn't look good. I mean, I know Tyler Denny is durable, so he's a good opponent, right? But Tyler Denny, I don't know, man. I don't think he's like the top middleweight right now. So I don't know if this is Callum Walsh still acclimating to the weight. But I think Aaron McKenna would beat the brakes off Callum Walsh right now if they were both in the ring. Like, I think Callum Walsh is a little bit too much overhyped, not seasoned enough for what they saying he is. But nonetheless, he gets the win. We'll see what Zuffa does with him next, because I feel like he's one of the few guys at Zuffa that not really in the protection program, but they're not really putting him in big fights or putting him in danger, right? They just kind of like, yeah, that's Callum Walsh, man. They promoting him up to be one of the next guys, and maybe he will be the Zuffa champion at middleweight there. But for me, Callum Walsh is he's food for a lot of guys at middleweight. You know, I think Yo-Yo Hernandez beats him. I think Amari Jones beats him. I think Jesus Ramos can beat him. I think Shane Mosley Jr. can beat him. Like, there's just a lot of dudes right now. I'm like, man, I don't know. I think those guys can beat Callum Walsh right now, and we'll just have to see what Callum Walsh is, man. I'm not too sure what he's really made of. But salute my brother Toledo Treese. What up, broski? In the building.
Yow.
What up, Treese?
What up, though? I just wanted to get in and out real quick. I just wanted to say, shout out to your girl, Tam Thibault. She got it. She pulled it out. And what is Amanda Gaye? She got it done too. Shout out to her. She beat on Sharetta. That was no good. I went back and watched that. That was no good.
Yeah.
Sharetta, that was no good. I didn't. Damn it, man. But and I got a question. I seen that your man. Somebody informed me that Lucas Body and Floyd Schofield, they got purse bid tomorrow.
They got purse bid. Yeah, man. Apparently it's a 50-50 split.
Who you think you think Jake Paul still in the mix of the men's fighting, or what's going on with that? Or you think Golden Boy gonna take it?
Hey, I would say Jake Paul would be in that realm if he was still fighting, but it doesn't look like he's fighting anymore. So I don't know, man. I think Oscar and DAZN gonna win it, to be honest. But hey, if they could pull it out, shout out to them, man. I just don't know if ESPN gonna give them the budget. But we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious, and I'm wondering if that's gonna be live. I was curious about that. Is they gonna do it how they did the Keyshawn and Devin Haney?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so.
You know,
okay.
Word, shout out to them. That was good for boxing. I think we need to have more of that going underway, but I would like to see that live. But okay. I was just curious, man. And yes, you're right. Callum Walsh is food. I want the world to know that. It's a million and one guys will put hands and hooves on that guy. He stay away from Mosley Jr.
Yeah.
Stay away from my guy Andre Katsarauskas. He'd beat the shit out of him as well. Stay away from him. What's the other cat they got over there? What's my Misael Rodriguez? He lost the Cats.
Yeah.
But I think Rodriguez would probably beat Callum Walsh as well.
I forgot about Cats.
Yeah. I'm high on. You know, that's my guy. That's my Greek brethren. I like that guy a lot. I like that guy. That's who I want to see get strapped up here soon, man. Andre Katz, man. I like bro, man. He good fighter, man. Solid, swang and bang fighter. You know, coming forward, always bringing violence. I like my guy out of Greece, man. I'm high on him. I'm real high on him. And when I heard Ronnie Shields, I remember Ronnie Shields was at The Last Stand with my man Brian Custer.
Brian Custer, yeah.
And I had sent in the question to ask Ronnie Shields about Cats. And I just seen that man, Ronnie Shields' face lit up. Like you could hear it in his voice. He likes Cats too. I was like, okay.
Shout out to Ronnie Shields.
Man, I'm hitched to the right wagon right there with Cats, man. I like, bro. I was happy to hear how Ronnie Shields was talking about him. That made my soul flutter. I was happy to see that. So yeah, man, Katsarauskas, that's my guy, man. We rocking with him the long way. I hope he get a title opportunity. I hope he get big opportunities, man. I like bro. But yeah, man, Callum Walsh is food, man. I don't know what's going on.
I don't think they'll match him with those other Zuffa guys they got. Maybe Boachuk, maybe Butayev, but like Shane Mosley, Katz, man. Even Deverchenko, Jaleel Hackett. Like,
stay away from them guys. Jaleel Hackett to put hands on him. That's where they should go with that. I actually would like that. That'd be a good fight.
And Walsh.
Let Jaleel Hackett and Walsh. I like that. I actually like that. That's what they need to do. That'd be a good fight. I like that.
Nah, it would be.
That'd be perfect. I like that. That's how we get to trim some of the fat around here. You feel me? That's who y'all let me know who y'all. I know Callum Walsh is really the Zuffa guy. I know they want him to flourish.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, but Jaleel Hackett, I actually like that. That's the fight right. Damn, that's the fight right there, Ryan. You put that in my head. I like that.
Nah,
Jaleel
it's a
Hackett
good fight, man. I wish Jaleel could get it too, but like you said, man, I don't think they'll put him in there yet. I don't think so. I think they want to get some more recognition from Walsh. Probably get him another headline event in Ireland, and then cash him out.
Word. Actually, I know that was my Aaron McKenna. His brother was on there. He was calling out Callum Walsh.
Oh, for real?
Stephen McKenna, yeah. I don't know if you caught his knockout. That shit was wicked, boy.
Yeah, he punched that dude out, man.
Yeah, he called for the Callum Walsh fight in the post, like in the post fight when they get in the ring.
Right,
He's
right.
like, yeah. He's like, all of Ireland, they would like to see that. He want Callum Walsh. I'm not mad. I wouldn't be mad at that. Give him the fight.
Yeah, you gotta call your shots, man, if you can.
Yeah, that's Ireland on Ireland action. I wouldn't mind seeing that. That would be, and he on the 2-fight knockout streak, and that'd be like video game knockouts. He been putting guys away, so I wouldn't mind seeing that. Callum Walsh just got dropped with the Tyler Denny so
yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I would like that. I wouldn't be mad at that either. But yeah, man, Callum Walsh, he stay away from these guys. Aaron McKenna, good win. Max Kellerman, he's a despicable individual, bro. He is my God. He working for that check over there, bro.
Oh,
God,
yeah, man. Yeah, bro. He definitely is, man.
He working, boy. That shit is crazy. See, the winner of this fight is arguably the number one. I was just listening to this. I'm like, what? Vomiting in my mouth, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Man.
They're the number one guy. Because no matter who wins this fight, it will be the only person in the division with the win over a top 10. That's said,
yo,
man,
hold on, Treese. Yo, can you hear this?
In studio, that is the first ballot Hall of Famer, Andre Ward, the one and only Max Kellerman.
You can't hear it, can you?
I can hear it. I hear it.
Okay, man. This is about to be Max Kellerman glazing. Let me just play it for a second here. It was nasty work.
Gentlemen, what a night. Let's dive right in here. Max, what was your big takeaway, big story from Zuffa 10?
Okay, coming into tonight, we knew Aaron McKenna was a good middleweight. What do we think coming out of tonight? Well, and by the way, I'm not claiming he beats all these fighters that I'm about to tell you, but a good way to measure what you think about a guy is imagine him in hypothetical matchups against the best fighters in the world, his weight or below. If you have to go above his weight class to find a fighter you're like, oh yeah, that guy would definitely beat him, that tells you a lot. I don't see anyone in the middleweight rankings who are like, oh yeah, he definitely beat McKenna. Nobody. Maybe. I mean, there are some guys who I think would give him good fights. He would give them good fights. But I don't know that I would pick them to beat him.
Yeah, I think that's the clip you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's it wicked, bro. I don't like that. And it's crazy because it's at least 3 guys that I would pick to beat.
There's at least 3 off the top of my head, man. Like I think
it's facts,
I think Yo-Yo, Amari Jones, and for sure even Jahad Tucker I'll throw in there, bro.
I think Lara would beat him for real. I think Lara would beat him. I think he is old.
He's still crafty though.
He's still crafty, and he been punching lately, bro. He been putting guys away lately. Like, you think Troy Isley would beat McKenna? What you think about him, Troy Isley and McKenna?
Like, I'll actually edge McKenna in that matchup, but I think it's a good fight for sure.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's a couple of guys. I'm not so sure that he would beat Troy Isley, but I get what you're saying.
Too. Like Ramos, a tough.
Fact. Jesus Ramos, tough fight. Shane Mosley Jr., like I say, if he had one, I would pick him to win. I don't know, bro. That was crazy to hear, bro. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Ain't nobody even thinking about looking up at the other division. He's got smoke at 160. Yeah. That's why I'm like, what is this guy talking about?
Right? Yo, when he said that, I was like, wait, bro. Like, what? I mean, so what? He doesn't think Virgil or Boots or Fundora could beat, but I think he did say, like, something about Fundora. He did say Boots can probably do it, but it's man.
If Tim Tszyu sticking around at 160, I think Tim Tszyu might could make noise. Could probably beat McKenna for real. I wouldn't be surprised. You don't think? I wouldn't be surprised if he beat him, bro.
He couldn't even put down a 3-year layoff Earl, man.
I hear you, but McKenna to me, man, listen, he's all right. He's okay, but he's not the best at 160.
McKenna, man. I just didn't like, I didn't agree with Max's opinion on that situation, but I do like Aaron McKenna. I do think it's a good division. it's starting to heat up 160 finally, man.
It's starting
been
to
stagnant for a while, so shout out to these
yeah.
guys, man. We got Troy Isley fighting this weekend, so some more movement in the division. You know, you got Jahad Tucker who fought on that Boots and
But
Xander undercard. So yeah, man, it's definitely starting to move. My man, We Fight All Night TV said he feels Stevie is better. Stevie McKenna. So he's the guy but
see,
he's not as further as long though. I think he only has
nah,
like
nah, nah.
12
Yeah,
or
yeah.
13
They've been
fights.
saying that Aaron McKenna been like more polished and whatnot. That's what they always said. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I want Stevie McKenna. I would like him and Callum Walsh. I know I like guys who call out their shot, and if you want it, then fight. If you like it, I love it. I hope they give him the fight. Like I say, that's Ireland on Ireland action.
Yeah.
And like in his last two fights, even that is the type of highlight reel that you want going into a fight with the Callum Walsh cat. I would like to see they could sell that. You see me? So yeah, man. But like I say, man, I'm in and out, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Tam Thibault. And for all the other people, I've been hearing a lot of reckless shit. We like Tam. We're happy. You already know where I'm headed with this, Ryan. We like Tam a lot. Shout out to her. But hey, man, let's slow down. Let's slow down.
Exactly
With guys talking, you
I know
already know
exactly
where I'm.
what you talking about.
Come on, man. Carissa, that's the quote. Don't disrespect the face of boxing, man. Carissa Shields is still that one. Don't do it. Damn, don't do it. But hey, man, say, man,
Yeah.
shout out to Ryan, man. Shout out to you, Ryan from the 666.
Yeah, we in the building.
Word, man.
Yeah, man.
Y'all
Shout
be
out to
cool,
Treese,
man.
man. Toledo Treese. Big Toledo, man. Yeah, man. We may have to. Oh man. Yeah, Tam Tebow may have to end up taking that fight anyways, because you know Clarissa gonna probably call her out, man. She probably gonna do it, you know. She gonna do it, man. But salute to everybody in the building. Manuel just came in. Salute. We Fight All Night TV. Salute, brother. Eddie Alvarez is funny. He said Tio might win the purse bid. Yo, possibly. I mean, if he puts $2 million in, that a $2 million bid could possibly win it, bro. For a fight like Schofield and Lucas Body, each guy gets $1 million. Oh yeah, that's a good bid. But shout out to Sam Hickey, 5-0 against Brad Axe. Just batters him around, man. I like Sam Hickey, man. He reminds me a lot of a very, very like more polished Josh Taylor. Obviously, he's bigger than Josh Taylor. He's at the middleweight division. I'm talking about his boxing style, man. Very polished, good boxer. I think they even was comparing him to Joe Calzaghe. Now, I didn't get to watch too much Joe growing up, so I'd have to go look at Calzaghe's fights. I know obviously he has big wins over Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins. Those are the notable ones, but obviously he also retired undefeated. Also, Joe Calzaghe. But I have to go look at him and see if him and Sam Hickey have a lot of the way they fight, their styles, are they the same, or is it just kind of like people stuck in the nostalgic or waiting on the next Joe? You know what I'm saying? But I like Sam Hickey, 5-0 right now. Or sorry, 6-0 right now after beating Brad Axe. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens with him next. I think honestly, this is one of the guys who can be a future star in the middleweight division. There's no need to rush him, man. Just keep putting him through the ringer. Keep stepping up the competition, putting the rounds up, and when he's ready, yeah, throw him in there, because I think Sam Hickey he'll be good action, he'll be good for it. But we'll see what Zuffa has in future for him. But for now, I just hope Sam Hickey gets back in there regularly. Keep him active, man, because he's a good prospect for sure. Definitely got all the tools to be the goods, man. For sure he does, man. My man Leonard Sterling in the building. Salute, brother. He said Steven needs to get back from Lee Cutler. Oh, is that his trainer? Lee Cutler? We'll see, man. Or are you saying he needs to get back? Because I see he has one loss. He does have a loss. Maybe that's what you're saying. He's got to get his lick back against Lee Cutler. Let me check if that's the guy who he lost to. Yeah, that is. Who is 14-1. Yeah, they could probably make that fight. Lee Cutler, he's fought some good opposition too. You know, for domestic fights. So I'm sure that's something Zuffa could make. That seems like a pretty good match. Good matchmaking there. Both guys are kind of on the same level. Stephen McKenna's had 2 big knockouts back to back. You know, Lee Cutler beat him. Yeah, why not get that lick back, man? Get that loss, right that wrong. But we got Dina Thorselin with the big win over Shanika Johnson. We did the live fight chat here for that card, and bro, Dina came out with it was literally like last weekend, bro. It was, man. It was just like last weekend when Zepeda came out with all that action. And Lamont started off decent. Shanika couldn't even get in rhythm at all, man. Dina was just dominant from the opening bell. You know, I thought at least she would slow down, but nah, man, that pressure. Shanika Johnson didn't know what to do with it. Thorslin wins easy, blanking Shanika Johnson on 2 of the judges' cards, man, 10-0. And the last card, I think they gave her like 1 round. So this was a dominant performance for Dina to bring all the belts, undisputed bantamweight champion, bring them belts back to Denmark. Bro, I had to eat my crow, man. I haven't even ate it yet. Let me eat my crow, gang, because I definitely picked Shanika Johnson. And there were some people in the chat too, man, that was picking Shanika Johnson. So yeah, man, we got to eat some crow because that wasn't even close, bro. That was terrible. That was terrible, bro. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Shout out to my brother Leonard Sterling for dropping the 2-pounder on me. He said Sam Hickey, potentially the best boxer on Zuffa 10. No, that's a fact, bro. That's a big fact right there. Sam Hickey looked good, man. And he's going to continue to look good, bro. He's a prospect. So I only expect big things from Sam Hickey. But shout out to my man Leonard Sterling, bro.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Shout out to my brother Leonard Sterling, man. The first super chat. You know, we trying to get 10 $2 super chats for the stream, man. Just 10 of any donation. We not stingy over here, man, but we do need to support the channel. Yeah, bro. Can't wait till I can release some more shit to y'all, some more information of some things we got coming up, man. Hopefully when it all gets set in stone. Yeah, man. Big things though. Big things popping, man. Shout out to Tam Tebow. Tam Tebow, man. Tam, the fastest, like I said, male or female to get that Ring Magazine belt at 5 fights, man. She does it. And she came out swinging. Yo, honestly, I picked Tam Tebow to win by KO. And I thought in the first round she was going to get that KO, man. She came out hot, bro. She was finding a home for that left hand at will. Desley Robinson, shout out to her. She's a crafty veteran. She found a way to survive in the fight. And then eventually we had that nasty headbutt that caused, you know, a big nosebleed from Tam Tebow. And I think after that happened, you know, her corner, you started to hear them say, like, you know, we're up. You don't need to risk. You know, you started to hear them saying, like, you like not cruise. They weren't saying that, but they were telling her, like, don't get caught with nothing. Don't get too reckless. Be responsible. So I thought that was good, man, what she said. My man, sorry, Phil. He said, who would you like him to fight next? Who's that? Stephen McKenna? Yo, Stephen McKenna, he's 17-1, so he can pretty much start fighting those other top guys in Zuffa that they got. You know, they got Flip, man. Like Cats. Cats is a tough fight for McKenna. I think Cats deserves a bigger fight than Stephen McKenna, to be honest. So I won't say that. But I mean, Jaleel Hackett's there too. Jaleel Hackett, Deverenchenko, he just lost to Jaleel, so that's a possible fight for Steven. Yeah, I think there's like Zuffa's got a great middleweight class, man. They've invested into the middleweight division. I think yeah, bro, they definitely got a middleweight class that can be a lot of good matches with. Shout out to Dwayne Styles. Saludos on the commute back to work. Shout out to you, bro. He said, Ryan, from the 6, you flip the 6 upside down. It's a P. What, bro? It's a 9, dog. But salute to you, man. Salute to you. Is that it's P9 in Spanish? You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my guy Dwayne Styles, man. My Mexican brethren. Tam Tebow, unified champion at 160, holds also the Ring Magazine belt. And like my man Toledo Treese was saying up here, you know what they doing, man. This is what we do just in generally as boxing fans when we have somebody who rises to the occasion and basically, you know, shows a threat to the top dog. Clarissa Shields is the top dog. Tam Tebow presents danger. She has KOs. She's tall, man. And she can box. Southpaw. Like, she checks a lot of boxes, bro. She checks a lot of boxes that we just haven't seen Clarissa deal with. And if you look at Clarissa's toughest fights with Savannah Marshall, right? I think Tam Tebow is much more polished than Savannah Marshall. So now I'm rocking with my girl Tam Tebow, man. I usually rock with the GWOAT, but we here, man. Now we here to take over women's boxing, and I think Tam Tebow. I don't know if you fight Clarissa next or if you wait a bit, get some more fights in, defend your belt. But don't worry, when you get in that ring and you beat the GWOAT, you automatically become the women's face of boxing, man. Automatically. And Tam got the goods. Like, if she can continue to get stoppages, she definitely going to be the face of women's boxing because she already super accomplished, man. She won 3 belts in her 5th fight, man. Like, that's crazy. But shout out to her. Shout out to the crew. I know she trains in the UK a lot. Shout out to Dalton Smith. We saw him in the corner. That was dope. But shout out to Quebec, man. They got another champ. Canada, we got another one. She brought home 3 belts. Now it's time to defend. And even if that means fighting the GWOAT, you got to go defend, man. That's the one thing. We can't be ducking and dodging. That's a big fight. And this is the first time we may actually get to see Jake Paul, Clarissa Shields in a fight, right? Not a fight like each other, but the build-up, a press conference. You know, this is the type of fight that can land on the big ESPN network. You know, this is the type of one you're going to put on a Saturday night on ESPN. Or if you want to take it levels up, if you're going to make the card good, you can definitely put it on Netflix, but you got to make the card good, right? You just can't bring it to Netflix for no reason, man. But, yo, oh, shoot, my audio went low. My bad, gang. I don't know how low it was for. My bad. But, yeah, we just can't bring this one anywhere. It's got to make sure it lands on Netflix or ESPN. But I like what she's doing, man, Tam Tebow. And they took an opportunity here that they couldn't pass up on. So, shout out to them, bro. The low audio sounds fine. Now, my bar here was low for some reason. I don't know why. I just had to put it back up, Dwayne, but I appreciate you. But shout out to Leonard Sterling with the 5-pounder salute. Leonard Sterling, he says, before Thorselin got pregnant, lost a child, he had a miscarriage. She was in the pound-for-pound top 10. Thorselin was the best 118 boxer before pregnancy. Tebow fight Wapu next. Yes. Shout out to Leonard Sterling. I think that's probably gonna be the next fight, gang. And I'm happy for Melinda Wapu. I know her personally. My dad coaches her. She was actually living with us. Shoot, man. I think when I went off to college, my first couple years, yeah, she was living in the house. I think I was still home though. I was home for the 1 year she was there living. But anyways, yeah, she's serious about her fight game, and she's been waiting in line. I know she took step aside money so that Savannah Marshall and Shadeja could fight. So she's been waiting in line, Melinda. So it's just a matter of time before she gets her shot. But she got a fight coming up in September. So she'll fight in September. And I'm sure we'll probably have an all-Canadian matchup. And it might be a homecoming fight for Tam. Might be in Quebec. But I'm sure it'll be an all-Canadian fight, between Tam Tebow and Melinda Wapool, man. And obviously, I'm rocking with Wapool in that fight. We need them straps. But shout out to my guy, Leonard Sterling, man. Dropping them chips with the dip, dog. Shout out to you.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Tam Tebow. Shout out to Dina Torselin. Yo, Torselin, she like a Zapata, but like she built for a 118, man. She can probably move up in weight pretty easy. But she looked way bigger than Shanika Johnson. I was quite surprised, actually. But I like what she brought to the table. All right, let's talk about the news. Amanda Gale, she sweeps Metcalf. Amanda Galley, man, she moved up in weight as well. And bro, she just was too fast, too strong for Metcalf. The angle work was there. Pretty much just dominating the fight, man. Sharetta Metcalf. You gotta wonder how many more fights does she got left with MVP. She's getting older. Probably not much left in the tank for her, right? But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Metcalf. But for Amanda, great debut at a new weight class. She looked good. She's like she had more pep in her step, and that could be because of the weight. But we'll find out in her next fight, man. Because I'm sure MVP has a good job of like you winning, you getting a tougher fight, or you're moving towards something, right? But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens with Amanda. I like her, man. I think she's good for the sport. She got a good personality. She's very energetic after the fight, dancing around, stuff like that. It's always speaking highly of MVP. Shout out to them. So for her, this was just another situation of she needed a win. I think they both needed a win in this fight. And Amanda came out on top, looked good, dominated Sharetta Metcalf. And now we move on, man, to bigger and better things for her, hopefully. So now we in the Matchroom boxing updates. Eddie Hearn. Shout out to Eddie Hearn, man. He's one of the few promoters that are always on the mic, whether he's saying cap or not. I'm with it, man, because you need to promote your guys. Eddie Hearn's the one guy who will do that for you. He will tell everybody on God's green earth that nobody can beat you. That's what he's supposed to do as a promoter. Believe in his guys. He does. And he's talking, man. He's talking. So let's get the Matchroom boxing updates. There was a lot of updates that Eddie Hearn dropped. Shout out to him, man. But we got the big fight on Wednesday morning here. But Wednesday, Terra Morona versus Savage, man. The main event there. Like Eddie Hearn said, man, he thinks Terra Morona is one of the guys who can contend against Moses Atama. So he's going to promote that, obviously. He's going to link those two up, try to create that rivalry. We'll see, bro. We'll see where Terra Morona could go, man, because he got a lot of work to do. He do, bro. He got a lot of work to do. He got to get back right. So we'll see, man. We'll see. My man Leonard Sterling dropping another 5-pounder. Salute, big dog. He said Thorson was a 122 champion. She moved down to Chase Bridges and Courtney fights when they were the names at bantamweight. Oh yeah, I remember Ebony Bridges. Okay, so she went back down. So I think she should go back up to 22 then. Now that she's undisputed, I'm sure that'll be her next move. But we'll see, man. We'll see what Dina does. Cause like she's at 118. 118 is kind of like it's in limbo right now for the women. Like it's not the greatest division, right? I think 22 is a better division. 22's got the one big name, right? It's got Sky Nicholson. So I guess if you want to go chase Sky Nicholson, that's probably the fight, man. At least Scott needs, I think, moving up to 26th. So she will miss out on Ellie Scotty. That'd be a good fight, though. But Sky Nicholson probably is the next big name for Dina. If she want to go get a big fight, it'd be her. But yeah, Tara Moana and Savage, man, they fighting on that Australian card on Wednesday. That should be interesting during the day. And then my man Eddie Hearn releases that possibly Dimitri Bivol and Callum Smith is the next fight for both men, especially with the WBO ordering the fight. He believes that's the next fight for both guys. And this just saddens me because it's like, damn, bro, what the hell is Better BF doing? Like, where's he at? I know he did not re-sign with Top Rank, so he doesn't have Top Rank in his corner anymore. So it's like, what's going on, bro, with Better BF? Is he like done? Like, you know, I don't think he was ever in like Turkey Al-Sheikh's graces. Like, I never heard Turkey really backing Better BF. It was mostly Bivol, right? But man, it just makes you think like, okay, does Better BF have to move up in weight? Go to cruiserweight to get some action. You know, possibly against those guys, you know, possibly signing the Zuffa as a cruiserweight. But I don't know, man, what Better BF is doing. It just sounds to me like he was waiting on the Bivol fight. You know, Bivol had the IBF mandate. Now he's got the WBO mandate. It's like, how much longer are you going to wait for that fight? It just might be gone, man. You just might have to forget about it and move on. I mean, you're not getting younger if you're Better BF, man. So it's tough, man. But for Callum Smith, shout out to him, man. He got another title shot. This guy's been around the game so long. He's been in the ring with some of the top fighters. I think his only losses are to Canelo Alvarez and Better BF. So, you know, that's tough opposition, man. Shout out to Callum Smith doing his thing and continuing to do his thing, man. So I think for Callum Smith, you got to be excited. You got to be happy. Another world title shot. Dimitri Bivol, on the other hand, missing out on another big payday with the Better BF fight. If it's true that the Russian, I think it's the IBA, had the $30 million for him. If that's true, then it's unfortunate, man. And I guess we just all got to move on from that fight. We also got the Jack Catterall, man, situation going on. Jack Catterall, Devin Haney in talks to fight. But Eddie Hearn has also said they've got two other lucrative offers since the Devin Haney negotiations have started. I don't know who those other two fighters could be. I don't know, man. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I mean, one can probably imagine it's probably Richard Hitchens with the Zuffa. They can make a bid, I'm sure, that can match the Zone's bid. But like two, I'm just like, wow, man. I mean, maybe Top Rank offered possibly, I don't know, Tiger Johnson or somebody like that, B. Norman Jr. I don't know, man. I don't know where the other offer comes from, but I do think that the Devin Haney and Catterall fight would be a decent fight. Shout out to Jack Catterall. Like, it'd be a good fight, right? And we always say this, like, if Jack Catterall was never robbed in that Josh Taylor fight, he'd be a undisputed champion. Like, people would be saying, like, oh, Devin's going off to fight a guy who's a former undisputed. But, like, we don't get to say that because of what happened to Jack Catterall. So he doesn't get to say that. So, you know, people are going to look down on that fight if it pops up Catterall versus Haney. You know, they'll say it doesn't have the same buzz as Keyshawn versus Haney, which it doesn't. But Jack Catterall's a good fighter. And he's been having a good run at 47. You can't dismiss that. And he has the interim belt, I think the WBA interim, which would position Haney, I guess. I don't know how it worked. Like, would Haney win the interim in that fight too? Like, or how do you even fight for interim when you got real belts, right? I don't know. But I think it's a good fight. But I really want to, like, know what else is on the table for Catterall. That, and if Haney and Catterall can't get the fight across the line, I think we may have to look at Team Haney. Like, why are all these fights falling through? Like, why are all these fights not happening, man? Like, you're in all these negotiations with all these guys, and it's all falling through. You know, at some point, we got to take a look back and say, okay, you know, yeah, I get it. Maybe we all thought it was Rolly at first, but now we got something here with Keyshawn. Now we got something here with Ryan Garcia. We got something here with Liam Powell. Now we got to start looking at the Haney's like, yo, what's really going on over there, man? What's up with the business, bro? He said, what about Bivol? First, better BF3. Yeah, it's just taking too long, Dwayne. I think if you're better BF, you got to move on, man. You can't stall the rest of your career out for Bivol. Dwayne Styles said Canelo Alvarez, the face of boxing, versus Callum Smith 2 at 175, but the unified belts will be nice. Yeah, man, it will be nice. Your boy's coming up to 75. Don't say that, man, because you know the Benavidez fans, they'll be back outside. Shout out to Leonard Sterling. He said people more worried about what's going to happen in the ring, assuming it will be boring. Nah, I don't think so. I think Catterall, he's crafty, man. And he'll go for it when the time is there. You know, he's much like Devin Haney. He'll take the chances, man. Both of those guys will take chances if they need to. So I think the Devin Haney Catterall fight can have potential to be a great fight, man. It's just a matter of, can we get the fight even signed? Can we get across the line, man? That's the big situation right now. Like, shout out to the Haneys, man. They've been in lots of talks, but we need something signed on the dotted line. We need something in writing. We need something to tell us, hey, man, we got a fight coming up. We got something to look forward to, right? That's what we need from them. So hopefully we can get that, though. I'm hoping and praying. You know, I like when Devin Haney fights. You know, I think he's one of the brighter stars in our sport. And Jack Catterall's a good fighter, man. He deserves a shot against a guy like Devin Haney. He's been on the prowl. He's been doing the dirty work, going up through the sanctioning bodies. And for him, it's just unfortunate that his biggest win, which is supposed to be against Taylor, was taken away from him because of the judges, man. Nasty work. And then Eddie lands us the plane with Jesse Bam Rodriguez. He says he will be returning in November, December for a unification belt. We know Bam Rodriguez has moved up to 118, you know, chasing the Inoue fight actively. That's something that he said. But they're going to go ahead with the unification belt first before it looks like before they continue up this Inoue route. I believe Christian Medina will be the fight. That's what I think will be the fight with Bam Rodriguez. He has the WBO belt. Bam holds the WBA. I'm sure they'll unify that fight next. And then we'll see what Bam does after, man. Because I think Inoue said early 2027 he wants to do the fight with Bam. So, I mean, if Bam fights in December, it won't be early. It won't be the first quarter, maybe the second quarter, maybe in May. Maybe they do the Cinco de Mayo weekend again. Anyway, slowly taking over that weekend. You know, when you think about lucrative fights on Cinco de Mayo now, I think the Nakatani, was that on Cinco de Mayo? I think it was, man. Nakatani and Inoue. A lot more lucrative than the other fights, man. 50K seats sold. You're thinking about pay-per-views that were in Japan was probably really good for that fight. And then distribution, right? And sponsorships and all that stuff. That was a huge fight, man. I'm sure that event probably pulled in a good amount of money. You know, even when you take it from Japanese money over to USD, I'm pretty sure it probably still did good numbers for both guys being at the top of the sport. Same country. You know, it's a 50-50 fight when most people looked at it. Shout out to both men, Inoue and Nakatani. But yeah, Inoue slowly taking over, man. Top Rank announced signed Abbas Baru. Oh, for real. That's crazy because like I'm surprised that Abbas Baru and Santillan are fighting on Pro Box, man. So I wonder if that's a situation where Top Rank, because I don't think they have an exclusive deal with DAZN, right? Like their deal is not exclusive to where all their fighters got to fight on DAZN. So maybe this is a situation where Pro Box said we'll pay for the fight. You know, we'll pay for that main event. We'll pay those guys. And Top Rank saying, okay, you guys can pay for their fee. we'll lend them out their services out, and they'll fight on the main event of your Pro Box card. Shout out to them, man. He said Matchroom signed Haven Brady. Okay. I think is that the kid from Philly? Let me take a look, man. Or is that the kid from Pro Box, isn't it? Oh no. Oh, he's from Atlanta or Albany, Georgia. Okay. I thought he was on them OTX cards, Haven Brady. 135 pounder. Okay. That can't be like, is that their biggest signing? Cause I think he does work out in the gym though with Boots and them, doesn't he? Yeah, he's got a lot of fights in Philly. But Haven Brady Jr. I thought for sure they had a bigger signing today, and I thought it was gonna be more of a domestic fighter. From what the way that at least Eddie Hearn was talking, he said he had a big signing. You know. Oh, he said train sometime. Okay, yeah, because I seen him in videos with Boots and them and stuff like that. So yeah, he's definitely out there in Philly. Shout out to Brady, man, getting signed to Matchroom. Good for him. He is 17-0, man. So he's been on the grind. Put the work in, and that's kind of like what these promoters want to do. They don't want to pay for all those 17 fights, man. So if they can get a guy now when he's 17-0, he already kind of built up, you know, they'll take him on and try to throw him in some bigger fights to get some bigger money made and cash him out, man. Shout out to Dwayne Stahl. He said Gary Jonas hasn't announced Pro Box TV card for the Maryland card next month. Okay. So Pro Box got a card in Maryland next month, man. Shout out to Team Roach, man. They keep building over there with Pro Box, man. They doing their thing, man. They got all these shows going on in Maryland. Seems like there's a show every 2-3 months in Maryland from Pro Box. Shout out to them, man. But Boss Baru versus Santillan, that's going to be a good fight, man. Santillan, sorry. That's going to be a good little scrap. You know, 154. But we'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, man, shout out to the weekend, man. It was a good little weekend of fights. I don't think it was anything too crazy. You know, Sam Hickey, I think like most people are saying, was probably the highlight on the Zuffa card. But Aaron McKenna, shout out to him winning a world title. Ireland got another champ. But as far as like the women's card, shout out to Tam Tebow and Deanna Thorson, man. Coming up big in the main event and co-main event. Winning titles and doing their thing, man. Shout out to Leonard Sterling. He said Odell Kamara, standout UK amateur, rumors, Matchroom sign, not announced. Okay. That's probably the guy that Eddie Hearn's talking about, because he said there was a guy that he's gonna be signing here soon that he really is excited to talk about. So I'm guessing it would be that guy because, you know, domestic. Shout out to my man Round One Sports Talk in the building. What up, bro? Shout out to Eddie Hearn, man. He's always on the prowl, talking to the media, you know, giving updates. I think it's very important, you know, not only being a spokesperson, but to keep the other fighters, you know, going out there, like the information. I like what Eddie Hearn does, right, from that standpoint, keeping us in the loop. But he obviously gets into it, especially when he gets into those Dana White talks, bro. He gets rattled by that. You could just tell it bothers him. Especially this whole AJ and Fury situation. But I think Dana White's got to let it go, man. He's got to let it go, and he's just got to understand this is clearly just everything's about money here with that situation. And you know what's not about money these days in sports, right? So it's just another day on the block. Just another day on the block, man. But salute to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to Leonard Sterling, bro. You've been dropping them super chats on me. I appreciate you, Leonard, bro. You dropped 3 for the stream, dog, so I got to show him the hospitality, bro. Even though my man Leonard, he probably, you know what I'm saying? He probably good anyways, bro. But, you know, shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you, Leonard Sterling, bro.
The
what's rules. Apparently the title of the book is called Fooling Fools. Y'all was riding all summer, pedal bars going #1 and
Yeah, man. Yeah. But shout out to everybody who tuned into that live fight chat. That was live, man. I never did a women's card before for a live fight chat. So it was good that way, man. Got to show the women some love. But I'm definitely gonna do this weekend too. I gotta do the quote, man. Gotta do Clarissa Shields for sure. And that card's good, man, because Troy Osley gonna be on it. Tito Mercado gonna be on it. Atif Oberton gonna be on it. So I mean, there's some people that are bubbling up in the rankings that are gonna get a shot to be on it. And I think we should all watch out and watch them because you know Atif Oberton's in that 175 division. I think that him and Najee Lopez, I think they're on a collision course. I think that's a good fight in the division someday. Ernesto Mercado, I think he's in a regional title fight for the WBO, I think. So he's going to move into the rankings in the WBO. That's a guy who reportedly was cut from Matchroom because he wasn't taking fights. You know, he wasn't taking fights that Eddie was giving him. So that's what they were reporting. I don't know, man. I gotta see. Because I always thought Mercado was like that, man. He was calling out Keyshawn, Shakur. You know, Andy Cruz sitting beside him. He's still calling him out. You know, he was calling everybody out. But, hey, sometimes it is the loudest guy in the room, you know what I'm saying? The loudest guy in the room don't want to get up there and take the fights, bro. Sometimes it's like that, man. But, yeah, bro, I think we'll see, man. Ernesto Mercado. He's fighting. Somebody else is fighting. Oh, my girl Caroline Vieira is fighting, defending her WBC strap at 130 division. You know, Alicia Baumgartner, or is it 126? I think she's at 126, sorry. And Alicia Baumgartner's in that division as well. That's who she wants to fight, but Alicia is doing 3-minute rounds, so the WBC doesn't approve that for women's boxing, so I don't know how Caroline would get that fight without vacating her belt, right? Because it's one of those type of things where it's like, oh, shoot, you may have to vacate your belt. And it's like, that's your leverage right now, especially in women's boxing, man. The belt is the leverage. You know, it's not like the men where the men have, they got some fighters, bro. But let me drop the link for my brother, Round 1. I'll drop the link for him. And he can come up here and spit game, bro. But, yeah, I think that card's going to be good. I'm not sure what else cards going on this weekend. I think there's that Australian one's on Wednesday. I think I said Terra Moana. He said Uno. Yeah, man. Round 1 in the building, dog. You didn't know that? You know that flexing and stepping? Yo, flexing and stepping. Every time I see that freaking profile picture, bro, I gotta freaking laugh, man. My man got Ness in the freaking weight vest, bro, looking like he about to go to war with somebody, bro. Shit's hilarious. But shout out to my brother, Round 1, bro. What up, Round 1?
Salute to everybody in the chat.
What up, bro?
You know, don't forget to drop that like. First of all, before I start, how does my audio sound?
Oh shoot, I can't even hear you, Round 1. I don't even know why.
You can't hear me?
Hold on. Something's going on with my... Hold on.
Can anybody else out there hear me?
Let me see if I had you muted or something. See, my bad. Oh man, I see the bar too. Like the bar's going up. Y'all can hear Round 1, bro? I couldn't hear him. Oh, they said they hear him, bro. I couldn't even hear him. I don't know why. Hold on. Damn. I might have to close something. Hold on. Let me close
What about
this
now, brother?
quick before I bring Round 1 up here.
Can you hear me?
What up, Round 1?
What up?
Oh shit. I don't know why I can't hear you, bro. That's crazy.
They say in the chat they could hear me.
Yeah, something happened with my setup. They said it's on my side too. Dang, YouTube hating on me. I don't know, man. Why I
And
can't hear him? Hold on. I'll
can
figure
the
this
chat
out,
hear
bro.
me? Yo, chat, can y'all hear me? We can hear him. We can hear they can hear me, but we can't have a
Yeah,
conversation.
man. I don't know why I can't hear.
Yo, you got to
man.
fix that
I
on your
heard
end.
Treese, which was weird. So I don't know why I can hear Treese, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, Uno is good.
Because you right in the platform with me, so it should be easier for me to hear you.
Man, brother, I'm trying to have a conversation with you right now about this Zuffa card. I know y'all hear me in the chat and stuff, man. I thought, wow, he gets this together.
That's not
I thought that the Zuffa card was very entertaining. You know, I listened to the fight, the portion of the fight that I watched.
Yeah, I'll let you
And
cook round one. I can't hear, but I'll let you cook.
All right, so let me break it down. So, a lot of people think I have something against Zuffa, right? And it's not that I have something against Zuffa. It's just that I'm very selective in the people and the things that I get involved in, right? I don't, every guy that walks up and cracks a smile, it ain't my friend. You understand? So, like when Zuffa came around and everybody was saying that they're the God's gift to earth, I was like a bit more reserved. I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying to myself, show me what you got. Here we are in Zuffa 10. Zuffa 10, really? And you want me to jump all over this? Like when my girl walks into the room with her painted nails, she wants me to dive on the floor and be like, oh my God, those are the best nails I've ever seen. Like, what do you expect? You know, I can't say that they're a better entity already than Box Lab, Pro Box, none of that. So, okay, I go into the Zuffa fight, you know, with an open mind. When I saw that super fight kicked off, I got to admit, I was impressed. I saw one of the greatest knockouts I've seen in a long time. That man lift that boy off his feet. That was pretty impressive. The McKenna brothers really set the night. But what killed it for me was later going on and hearing Max Kellerman break down the fights. I'm glad that I watched portion of that fight with no commentary because it gave me a better insight of what the fighters in the card actually was. The fight card itself, very entertaining. A lot of back and forth fights there. You had Toyos and Barkley. They were over there going back and forth. That was a very entertaining fight. You had the big knockout. Now, what Max Kellerman did on for the main event, the middleweight for the McKenna brother, the other one, the 27-year-old that won the IBF, bro, he was saying some outlandish stuff, really outlandish. Max Kellerman was the person that was telling you that he's the best middleweight right now. Nobody will beat him. And Andre Ward was sitting there, and I bet you he wanted to rip out his ears from all the stuff. He couldn't get Andre Ward to co-sign it. Every time he would say, Andre Ward, isn't McKenna looking like he has a strong argument for the best middleweight in the world? Andre Ward would just say, and that was a nice jab, leading by the cross. And like he would dance around the question because he knew that Max Kellerman was saying some outlandish stuff. Now look, I don't know if Zuffa asked for that, but that fight card. They had a good fight night, but it is Zuffa 10, right? Zuffa 10. Okay, fine. We have a lot more product. Then you see the lies that they tell you at the beginning of the match. Zuffa, who told you this? Max Kellerman. He says,
Yeah.
the Zuffa belt is going to be on the line. The Zuffa belt is going to be in there with the IBF. And who told you it wasn't going to be? Me. I said they can't afford to let that happen. Right? So Max Kellerman keeps saying these outlandish things like, since I was a kid, I've been waiting for an entity like Zuffa since you were a kid. Dude, shut up. Like you were sitting around as a child waiting and saying Zuffa will appear one day. You know, and then he says that Zuffa adds structure and that our fighters are fighting regularly. What are you talking about? That's all we did back then. Remember Friday night fights? We fought on a weekly basis. You're talking about today's era, Max. You know, Max, what you did was laid on thick for Zuffa when they didn't need help. I could see if the fight with Hard was in shambles leading into the main event. It's up to the commentary to keep you engaged and say some stuff. This fight card on Zuffa was going just fine. Just fine. And Max started pouring it on. All the bullshit, he started pouring it on. And that's what and I want to address one thing right now. I found myself yesterday getting angry at McKenna because Max made all these outlandish claims about him. He didn't make these claims. And I'm over here arguing the fact that Jones there, the number one, I think he'll beat the crap out of McKenna. And Aaron Jones, I think he'll beat the crap out of McKenna.
Yeah, Amri.
And they're talking him up like, oh my God, he's the greatest thing I've ever seen. So you know, look, what I'm saying is I found myself getting mad at him and I had to realize where I heard this. Max Kellerman was just pouring it on thick, doing his Max Kellerman shit. And McKenna never asked for any of this. The young man fought a decent fight. He has a lot to work on. He has to understand distance, give his punches a little space. You know, he'll work on it with everything. But is he the greatest middleweight of our era right now? No. And he kept saying, well, with the exit of Carlos Adames out of the 160, McKenna, you could make a strong argument. He's the greatest middleweight. And I was like, whoa. And McKenna didn't ask for that. He was having a great night. The young man became champion. Let his moment. He didn't ask for you to say all that shit about him. And then I had to pump my brakes and realize and allow myself to see McKenna as the Irish champion right now. He deserved it. He fought a great fight. His brother got a spectacular knockout. The boys on that fight card put on a spectacular fight. And that's why I was thankful that I watched the first half of that with no commentary. Because if I heard that shit, it would have turned me off, right, to what I was actually watching. It was going to put me against the UFC because of his biasness. You understand? And I learned something watching that UFC card. You know, sometimes you got to go and look for things yourself. Figure it out yourself. Look at it yourself. And yes, UFC is an entity in boxing. I'm glad that they're here. I'm not here to shit on you, but I don't believe every sad story I hear. You're going to have to prove yourself just like everybody else. You're not going to get here on 10 fights and convince me what? You passed Box Lab? You passed Pro Box already? For all the blood they gave you? Oh, on 10 fight cards, you guys stamped them. You know, I'm just a bit more reserved. Earn your way. Earn your way. Prove yourselves. That's it. That's all my stance. Shout out to Zuffa. You put on a great card.
Word. Yeah, I'm a little delayed. I can hear you a bit, but man, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that Mac Kellerman said that, and I actually played that clip. I played that clip where he said that, and
Oh, you did?
Yeah, man. That shit was. I didn't like it at all.
Nasty work by Max. Nasty work. And what I had to, the valuable lesson in what happened to me on accident. You know, I was watching the fight with no broadcast and everything. I had already thought my interpretation of what I saw on my own. I was able to see whether I liked it or I didn't. I enjoyed the fights. Then I go watch it with commentary and I'm like, what is this guy on? And I'm thinking that Andrew Ward's about to knock him out and say, stop saying that shit like, wow. You know, like, because he was just making outlandish claims for the young man that rightfully so I felt he didn't ask for you to say that about him. I'm out here doing my job, winning my title. You know, just do me a favor and call the fight. How about that, Max? Don't embellish for me. You know, in the sense, you know, you didn't have to do that. There's a perfectly good fight going on right there. Just call the fight. But he can't do that. He's got to embellish to the point where Zuffa Boxing or the Ring Magazine belt And he makes all these outlandish claims. Now you start to look back at Max Kellerman's career as a reporter in boxing. You see he made up the Manny Pacquiao story. You see that he starts saying all these outlandish stuff. And you're going to start to question everything now. Like, wait a minute, where did I hear this from that the Ring Magazine's the best belt in the world? Max Kellerman. Where did I hear that Manny Pacquiao was an 8th division? Max Kellerman, ESPN, when he worked there. Where did I hear? And then you start to realize that a lot of that was his own opinion, and he was pushing it on you. You know, he's backed by a lot of years of experience, and he backs it with his own opinion because the man has credentials. That man has been around for a long time, and he knows what he's talking about.
Right.
Why he says these outlandish things, I don't know. Because he is certified. But now I'm starting to wonder. He was wrong about Brady. They kicked him out of over there on the ESPN every year. Brady's going to fall off a cliff the next year. It wasn't a cliff. It was like a cliff, then a drop. No, the next year. Oh, it's not a cliff. It's a curve. He was wrong about Brady so much. And you start to look at his analytics and how he was wrong at mainly goats. He doesn't seem to know how to identify them, and he boosts up the wrong fighters. You start to like question, and I start to think back, and I'm saying, wait a minute. It's from Max Kellerman. And since I was a victim of his reporting at once upon a time, you know, I question it now. I question it. But as far as the Zuffa card, I had a great time. I saw great fights. You know, good average fight, but that knockout was something else. Ireland is up right now, and then thank God my wife did not see that shit, because whenever somebody from Irish, whenever they went to her fighting Irish stand, and she starts saying that they're the best fighters in the world because of her pride, you know? And it's just so funny.
Hell
and if I
yeah.
would have told her that they got that kind of knockout, oh, she would have won, and she would have been like, listen, she's just funny. But that's just her, the Irish that you know, her part of Irish. But yeah, man, it was like I had a great time though, man. I saw a lot of countries compete against each other. Scotland was there. The British was competing, and it was just competition on the highest level. So that's what I enjoyed. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It was a good card, man. I got nothing bad to say about it.
What was like your because you know what they're gonna say, right? Zuffa Boxing saved the weekend. You know, like they always try to say that, like their card saved the weekend or made the weekend or something. And I knew once they got these couple knockouts,
Yeah.
like I haven't had the time yet to go on Claymore Reigns' channel, but I could just imagine, right? And these knockouts are going to be the greatest knockouts, let them tell it, in boxing history. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you know, and I was laughing. I was sitting back and I was laughing, and I was saying all the Zuffa goers, oh, they're going to have their time. They're going to have their moment, you know, but I just want you to pay attention to something, guys. Some of the arguments that we're having right now about this Zuffa entity, this new entity in boxing, some of the arguments that we're having right now is about, you know, their belts, the structures, the organization, the pay, and how they're treating the fighters. That's mainly some of our arguments. And I just want you to know that when they lie to you, don't let it go over your head.
Yeah.
Going into this fight, the Zuffa belt was supposed to be in attendance. Remember that.
It's supposed to be in this fight?
He was supposed to be fighting for the Zuffa belt in the IBF.
Well, you know what I did say? I did say they're doing a poor job of supporting the IBF because they keep naming the fight a middleweight championship fight. So I was like, you know, there's like 4 belts, right? Like y'all got to be clear with the people. So
They're
there
not
was
clear.
there
That's
was
what it,
there
thank
was an
you.
instance where I was like, oh, are they gonna put the Zuffa belt? I'm like, if they do that, they've already been through this with Opataya. Like they know what this is gonna resort to. Like he's just gonna get stripped because they don't recognize the Zuffa belt as a major sanctioning body. So I was confused by that too, man. They had like no promo with the belt
Now,
or nothing like
right,
that.
right. And then I'm on the Boxing Voice with Ness, right?
Mm.
And I said, Ness, all fucking Dana White wants to do is get in bed with the organization. Ness says, nah, round one, you're wrong. I says, why? He says, because Dana White comes out publicly and say he wants nothing to do with the belts, right?
Yeah.
And I started laughing last night because I thought back to that conversation we had. I started laughing. I said, for a man that says he doesn't want nothing to do with the belts, you went and got Jai Opataya, you fucking got Richard Hitchens, the IBF, and last night you fought with McKenna with the IBF.
Mm.
For a guy that says, I don't need the belts, we don't care about the belts, it's the Zuffa brand. Wow, you're putting on, and then you're fighting Ryan Garcia for his belt.
Yeah, WBC, yeah. And they're not promoting that as a WBC belt title fight either. They're like just promoting it as a title fight.
And I'm sitting back and I'm wondering, when are the people gonna call them to be accountable for the lies and the confusion that they send? If you don't want to call them lies and call them little white lies, then call them what you want. But you got to acknowledge them. See, because they're coming around to be our savior, but pulling the wool over our heads. That's all I'm saying. Like, look, guys, I'm not a Zuffa basher. Okay? I'm just a man that I feel you're gonna have to gain my respect. Is that so much to ask for?
Nah,
You know, I'm not gonna sit there. You walk up to me, I'm having a drink, you tell a good joke, you laugh, now you're my buddy. Now I'm about to fight the bar with you.
It doesn't work like that.
No, it don't work. Like, you gotta grow up. You know, no, like you got to realize that you're of value. And someone has to earn yours before you become a crash dummy. You understand?
Right.
There's always a girl at the gas station that her car broke down. She needs $200, that her kid's home starving. No, you want to go get some other shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't believe every sad story I hear. You know, and when Zuffa came out with all that shit, all I said was, I was merely on the line. I was disrespected, first of all, that your first week, your approach was, these belts ain't shit. You got the fighters to turn on them.
Yeah.
So you're coming into boxing. You're coming into boxing saying you don't want beef, but fuck your hood.
It's kind of dumb the way they come in, because it's like, we don't like the belts, but we want to make a belt.
Right, and then I'm gonna come on your block and set up shop. Act like I'm not here. Act like I'm not here. I'm just gonna be right here with my own shit next to your shit while I call your shit garbage. Now, where do they do that at? So, and I said to you guys, the day that Jai Opataya was fighting, I said, bro, the IBF will never allow that Zuffa belt in the ring with them, because it'll spark life into the Zuffa belt. If you name him the champion and you got both, then you give credibility to so it jumps over the line while using your product, while saying your product ain't shit.
Right.
They're telling you that the IBF ain't shit, but we need you to validate our shit. And then they got mad when the IBF backed out, right? Like, hell no, we're not getting. If you're gonna put that Zuffa belt on him, and what got Jai Opataya stripped? What exactly got him stripped? When the IBF told them, we are not in attendance, you have to pay sanctioning fees to order the fight because we're allowing you to fight without the title, so you got to pay sanctioning fees on that. And by the way, do not bring our belt in the ring with their belt.
With that belt, yeah.
What did he do? Yeah. He put the IBF right here, and he put the Zuffa belt right here. They gave him a phone call. They said, you are no longer the IBF champion.
Yeah, that's what happened, bro. He in
So
court
it's,
fighting
it's,
it,
it's,
but I don't
it's
think he got a case. We'll see.
no, he's not gonna win. He's not gonna win. He's gonna waste a couple bucks chasing this, and the IBF has been through this for years with other fighters. You think this is the first fight that ever they got strategy and loopholes for all this shit? You know, that contract you signed with them at the bottom, it says if you fuck around, you lay around right at the bottom.
Exactly.
And we can take our belt whenever we want. And
IBF,
it says it right in the bottom, right? You know, and they're not gonna get sued, and he ain't getting that belt back. He ain't getting that belt back.
Nah, man. They just made it. They made it so easy for Benavidez to be undisputed at cruiserweight. It's nuts. They're gonna strip that guy. Opati's fighting. They're gonna strip him. They're gonna elevate the interim champ. So Benavidez gonna fight for that BC belt. He's gonna fight for it.
Oh my God, this is nasty work. Benavidez almost had all 4 interim belts. He was fighting for interim. He almost collected all the interim belts. Yo, this interim belt is out of control. But look. Oh shit.
Sorry,
look, guys. There's a problem, right, with the math. Okay. First of all, if you go to the UFC and you win 1 belt and you're a 1 belt champion, that's not impressive. I don't know if you guys are good at math because 4 is better than 1. Wouldn't it be harder for you to go out and get 4 belts than it would to be just get 1 belt, right? And then you say 1 belt is no more confusion. And I go, okay, cool. Here's the problem. The math, the numbers. You got on average 2,200 people in 1 division. On average, 2,000. If you only got 4 belts for 2,000 people, how many people you think will get a title fight? And how many people are good enough to get a title fight? They invented interims, minor belts. So guys that enter boxing that are not on the champion level, but at least they can say, look back and say, I accomplished something. I won this minor belt. It'll make me feel really good. I didn't get the gifts of Sugar Ray Leonard, but I had the heart of a lion, and I competed, and I was good enough to win this. And it makes fighters feel good. With the amount of belts they are, when the amount of guys they are per division, 4 belts is not enough. You know, and then they made 4 belts. Yeah, but these interims are on. They're backed by interim, by interim, by interim, by interim. It's just ridiculous. Look. We got the interim, we got the gold, we got the silver, we got the youth, the North Pacific. The fuck, you know what I'm saying?
There's too many, man.
They went crazy. They really went crazy. But as far as 4 belts and 4 interim belts, I could stop right there. You know, I would be satisfied with that. You know what I'm saying? That's where I would stop. Everything else, you know, don't charge fees for anything under that. You know, only charge the fees for the interim, because you know you're paying sanctioning fees for the silver, the gold. You're paying sanctioning fees for those.
For everything.
They're getting sanctioning fees for the silver, the gold, the interim, the regular. They're getting it for all of that. Yeah. So I just think, you know, just to like, you know, don't make it seem so obvious that you're trying to get all this money for all these fucking youth belts and shit. And
ease up, man.
At least make it a little bit more competitive. I wouldn't like it like that, but who knows how we fix this problem? Because I know guys that were boxing for almost 10 years and never got a title fight. It's hard enough just to compete for 1 world title. And sometimes these titles get caught in a loop. And these guys are fighting each other 3 times. And the rest of the division is starving.
Yeah, that's boxing politics.
So, bro, like sometimes you can be really good. Look at Rohan Polanco hasn't got no title fight. Tiger Johnson, none of these guys, you know, they haven't got title fight, and they're pretty decent fighters. And they've been pros for how many years now?
Yeah, man, that's why they all need to go to IBF. I tell everybody now, you want to get your shot, you go to IBF route, because they're going to give it to you. They strip Canelo, man. They strip Usyk, they strip Bud, they strip whoever don't fight their mandatory. They do it.
You're right. You're right. Yo, I mean, look, every organization has their downfalls, okay? But the IBF caters for both sides of the street, and I like that about them.
Yeah.
They cater to the B side and the A side. if you legit made your way up their rankings and you're the next man in line, guess what? You're getting your shot.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, as far as that, the IBF, you know, I can say that much for them. You know, shout out to Raymond Morataya. He defended the belt. He's moving up now. He can't make the weight anymore. You know, I saw his take on himself. He was a little harsh on himself, which he should be. You know, he feels like he can do better. Well, who else can tell you better than himself? There you go, my brother. Be honest with yourself. So he said, look, the weight cut was grueling. I didn't feel like I was on my A game, and he beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, can say so. Yeah.
I felt like he won the other dude. I think what he won 3 rounds. I'm not sure what he officially won, but that's what I thought. And if Raymond, you can do that and feel like you're gonna be dangerous, kid, when you move up. You know, let him, you know, get some of this weight, settle into a new division. You know, the IBF is gonna fuck with him because you know he even got the new IBF version. He got it with the black fur on the back this time. You know, because the IBF first belt, it's that paper thin one.
Yeah.
They don't even put it around their waist. They just fold it and put it right here. It's mad thin, the IBF. The first one. Once you start getting that second copy, that it gets thicker, it gets the black, you know, in the back and shit, and it gets bigger. It looks like it gets bigger and on their waist anyway. But the first copy of the IBF when you win it, it's like paper thin, but it gets stronger as you put wins on it. But he has history with the IBF, so moving up further, hopefully he does get a title shot quickly. And I hope to see him back in the ring because I like him. Raymond Morataya is a good student of the game. Absolutely.
Yeah, I like Raymond too, man.
Yeah. I think he's a great student, man.
Yeah, man, I like it, man. But yeah, sound like you hating on the Zuffa. You know what I think about the Zuffa guys though? I think they're a lot like the PBC guys. When the PBC first came in, they have the same echo chamber. Like the PBC came in, it was you gotta come over to the PBC. We got all the money over here. And then it was we got the PBC
and we got
belt.
yeah. Right.
So it's kind of the same thing, right? But I think you know, I think Zuffa they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. I just think they ruffled a lot of feathers, you said,
absolutely.
like what they said.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like you said, with the sanctioning body thing, they definitely ruffled a lot of feathers. But all they did was make it hard for themselves when they came out and said that, because now everybody's not going to play ball with you. Now everybody's going to treat you a certain way when you walk in the room. That's all, and they got to be okay with that. I don't want to hear no complaining, which I don't think they will. But I think what they're seeing is resistance, man. They're seeing it ain't so easy as they thought it was going to be. And I think that's good for us because I like competition. You see everybody's at the zone now. Now, you know, PBC went over there. Top Rank finally went over there. So you got kind of a home for boxing. So they definitely helped in a way, bro. And I kind of laugh because not going into politics too much, but it's like when Donald Trump was started to call Canada the 51st state, he actually banned Canada together. Like we stopped buying U.S. products. We stopped traveling to the U.S. He really banned our country together. And it's the kind of the same thing like what Zoop was doing with boxing. Like PBC said, yo, we can't compete. We got to go over to the zone. We got to go where the money is. Top Rank, they didn't have a home. They weren't going back to ESPN. So they said, we got to go to the zone. And now you got all the matchups. We got TNT Sports now. That Zepeda and Roach card was great. Abdullah Mason and Bell, like that was on cable television. Like shout out to the zone for getting that done. So you're seeing a unite. Boxing's uniting finally for the first time. We're getting a crossover era where before it was like everybody was just doing their own thing, and we were the fans were losing out on the big fights.
You know, you want to know something? You were touching on something about Dana White's approach when he first came into the game, and what I think happened was he tried like this UFC bully mentality. His marketing. He saw that boxing looked like we had took a knee. Like boxing was down and Turkey like raised it up. Now I kept telling you guys that Turkey didn't throw these boxing cards to turn a profit. The profit was you, the consumer. You see, he didn't want to turn a profit as a network. He wanted you to thank him for bringing you the best fights. Once he saw the fight between Turkey and boxing, when Dana White was hired, he thought boxing in America and all around the world needed a savior and that boxing was down. So when he came in, his motto was to kick us while we were down. Talk shit about our belts, do all that. But what happened was it enraged us. You see, he thought he saw a wounded duck, a sport that was struggling. We were just dormant. And he came in with that approach, fuck the belts, and the boxing world stood up and looked up and was like, did you just say Muhammad Ali's belts ain't shit?
Right.
Because that's what I heard. Because that's what I heard. And when he saw we weren't down, we just took us a standing 8 count. And boxing got back up and was like, what? And that was his approach. He came in, he saw something. He said, I can run this shit over. I'll have the fans turning on boxing in an instant. Watch. Their belts won't be shit. Soon, the Zuffa belt will be on top. Watch me kick this off. And boxing said, hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah, we might be spoiled fans. We might be angry, but we're not turning our backs on it. And he started paying boxers to say, belts ain't shit. Bro, you even got Terrence Crawford to say the ring was the best. Look how far you guys went. And you guys picked us while we were down. And I'm so glad that the boxing world rebound and is believing in our guys and still interested in these big matchups. Now, if we could only get our guys to fight, I know in Canada, you guys don't got that problem. You guys fight.
No.
These goddamn freaking, oh man, listen, we got talent. We just gotta be scared. And fuck this old shit, young men. Let's get in there and rock and roll.
Yeah, man.
And prove that you're the best when all the smoke clears. And I want to compete. And America, I want them to bring those belts home.
Yeah. I mean, you guys got guys.
Sure you want to.
They're just in the smaller weight class. Like, I think Jerron Boutsen is probably the biggest guy. But you got Abdullah, you got Bam. Like, those three, I think, can carry the torch. But I get it, bro. Y'all been starving for a heavyweight forever. And, you need another big guy, man. For sure.
No, we got a heavyweight now. His name is Moses Atama. We just took him in the trade. He is now American.
Moses Atama,
that boy
man.
got some talent.
He got a big fight.
Yeah. Yo, you saw that interview?
Him and Herkovich, yeah.
Him and Herkovich? Yo, Herkovich hit him with the cold facts.
Yeah, he did.
He was like, bro, I'm not talking trash, but if you stood over there and didn't come to the greatest boxing, nobody would know who the hell you are.
Yep.
You were fighting over there, and I was just me. You know what I mean? And the way he broke it down.
Nah, he's right, man.
I was like, he fucked up that young man with that first shot.
Yeah, Herkovich, he definitely been in bigger press conferences, so he gonna win the early jabs first, man. But hey, Moses gotta be careful in there.
Nah, Moses is a demon. He's the truth right now. I got a lot of expectations and high hopes for that kid. Man, he has the potential to go on a run. A pretty good. What is he? 21 years old right now. He's got the potential to go on that run. Yeah, he's got that potential to go on that run that Mike Tyson should have went on. You know what I'm saying?
Just clear out
if
house.
He keeps his nose right. This is just something we can't predict. We can see all the talent in a lot of these fighters, but sometimes the outside world intervenes. It's not boxing that defeats them.
Right.
It's the outside world. The Charlo twins.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, they didn't lose in the ring. One of them lost one fight, but they didn't lose like that. It's the
Exactly.
outside world that took him away from us. So if Moses Thomas could keep his nose clean, head on right, and stay the course, he
Mm-hmm.
can have a beautiful career. He can have a
I agree,
beautiful
man.
career. He has the potential to accomplish a lot. I wish he was one of our guys. I know you wish he was Canadian too, so don't
Oh,
lie.
hell yeah,
You know
man.
what I
Of
mean?
course, man.
Oh my God, bro. That's a
Heavyweights,
good
but
one
all the
right there.
heavyweights are in the UK, but that's fine because they all fighting each other, so it's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not too
Yeah,
mad at it. At least they're all fighting, like, especially now that
right.
Usyk has relinquished the belts and allowing these guys to step up. I like that too, that he did that, because now we're gonna
hmm
see Caballero fighting for some unifications and
That's some
Dubois.
honorable shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
That's
Usyk.
that's
Shout out to him, man.
yeah, that's some honorable shit. Some guys will get up there on the throne and they have no desire to fighting the top guys,
Mm-hmm.
but they want to keep the belts and have this illusion and not give that up.
Right.
For a man to still be on the top, still be in the game, and say, you know what, guys? Why don't you guys take over? I've done enough. Here.
Right.
I'm just gonna have my fights over here. Whatever money I make, I make. But why don't you guys? Because I'm not gonna hold none of you guys up. And to be he's not retired. He's
No.
like still fighting. And to do that, it was like, first of all, you gotta pay sanctioning fees. So you just dropped a big bill, you know what I mean, on them belts. You ain't gotta pay no more sanctioning fees. So that bill is you could do a lot with that money. You know what I mean? So and then just not holding up the honor in that, and giving these other guys, and now Moses will be able to compete for a belt, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be able to compete for a belt because it looked like there was a little monopoly between three guys. It was either Usyk fighting Daniel Dubois twice, AJ twice,
Yeah.
Tyson Fury twice, and what were those belts? Were the guys in the heavyweight division happy with that? You had 6 fights and you only fought 3 people.
Right. Yeah, they weren't.
You know
They
what I
weren't
mean?
happy,
So,
man.
of course not. So, but Usyk did the right moves. That's where the money was at. That's who they wanted. He said, okay, fair enough. I'll beat his ass again. You're going to give me double the pay? I'll do it again. They kept doing that to him. And then now he got to the point where he's like, you know what? I got no more to prove. I'm not going to hold up the division. Here you guys go. It's a young man's game. Here are the belts. He kicked in the belts, man. And that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Not a lot of guys are eager to do that. They're held on the belts for a fucking year of
Right.
inactivity.
No, you're right, man. We've seen
And
it
for
so
him
many
to,
times.
yeah, man. So for him to do that, I was like, hats off to him. I was like, damn, bro, Usyk, that was cool. That was cool.
Definitely
Because
honorable because, like, you moved the division on, like you said, let the younger guys
yeah,
reign.
man.
And I think he
Yeah.
just knows he got probably one left in him. So what's the point, man? Just let
What's
these
the
young
point,
guys
right?
fight.
And
He-
then, I mean, what's the point, right? He's probably going to go on the next fight and make exactly the amount he was going to make with the 4 belts, probably.
right.
And then after the fight, no sanctioning fees.
Exactly.
He ain't pay nobody nothing. He walking off with all that. Like,
Yep.
yeah. And he's going to go fight in Riyadh where you don't got to pay taxes.
Probably,
You could
yeah.
keep,
Probably.
if they say 52 million, you getting 52 million. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. That's the dope
We'll
thing about
transfer the money
Riyadh.
later.
Yep.
Yeah.
No taxes, man. But that's dope,
Yeah,
man. Did you
man.
watch any of the women's card on Saturday night?
I couldn't. I didn't have that service.
Yeah, I think it was on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, I don't have ESPN Plus or well, you know what? I just might have ESPN Plus and not even know it. Check it out. Check it out, right? So a little while ago, even up to yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
I'm downstairs and I'm with my wife and I'm like, damn, man, the fucking fight's gonna be on Prime.
Oh
She's
yeah,
like, why, you're not gonna watch it? And I said, man, I'm not paying for another fucking subscription. I'm already paying a whole bunch of fucking money for the zone. I'm
right.
not doing that. She was like, well, you know, anyway, Nala, our daughter, she's like, she watches Prime down here. I said, what are you talking about, woman? She goes, we pay for Prime. So give me the goddamn the email password, right? So I went upstairs and I connected it. Bam, fight. I'm already paying for it, right?
Nice,
So
nice.
I'm like going to go downstairs. I'm gonna ask Grandpa. I'm gonna ask her later. Are you gonna be signed up to anything else?
Right,
Like that
right.
I
Yeah, you
don't
gotta
know
make
because
sure.
because she gave me the Netflix one, I got the Prime one, now I got the Zone one. So I got it all now on my laptop system. So I'm just gonna
Yeah,
go around. So I might have some kind of ESPN Disney bundle package deal that I'm already paying for. So I gotta go connect all that shit too.
make
So
sure. Yeah,
who
man. Make
knows?
sure you get that.
Yeah. But well, how'd it go? How did the girls fight? How the girls I heard Mecca got her ass whooped.
Yeah, she did. She lost to my girl Amanda Galley from Canada. Yeah, man. It was pretty one sided. And the main event
It
was
was
pretty
pretty
one
one sided
sided
from what I'm
too.
hearing.
Yeah, man.
What was that? Go ahead.
The main event, Deanna Thorselin, she was a unified champ, I think at 120, and then she got pregnant, so she was out for a year. But she came back to win undisputed. She won undisputed at 118. And it was like Zepeda versus Roach, man. She was just too active for Shanika Johnson, just too much activity.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
really
Cepeda and
one
Roach,
sided.
man. Yeah, I thought Cepeda was gonna drown Roach. I thought that he had a chance on stopping him, but Lamont proved to be more durable. He just didn't have another gear.
Yeah.
When I thought that Lamont Roach was like, like prepared for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looked like he would have his moments. He was sneaking shots in between. It just was a little it wasn't consistent enough. And then Cepeda just drowned him by volume and work rate,
Yeah, man.
you know. Yeah. And I just, shout out to Cepeda, man, and them because, that was a long time coming for him and Coach Panda, and
Right.
and I saw the emotions coming out after the fight. And it made me realize how big this fight and what it meant to Coach Panda.
Yeah, that was Coach
When I
Panda's
saw
guy, man. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
when I
that's why
saw him
him
in
and
tears,
Sabril stopped. That's why they stopped probably working together because I think Sabril didn't want to go over there anymore, right? Because he had
no,
to go to Mexico
no,
all the time.
no. What stopped Subriel from going to Mexico was that wife and them three little girls.
Oh, okay.
And he kept going out to Mexico, and his girl and his wife is like, I'm raising these girls by myself.
Yeah.
And you out here, and he'd be out there for, months on end and training. And, the result was to win the fight, come home for a month or so, and go back to Mexico. It wasn't working for him.
Mm-hmm.
It was straining. And when your wife is saying to you, you need to come home, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You definitely don't want her to call someone else.
that's a double-edged sword, man.
So it wasn't that Subir was at odds with them. Is basically being homesick, being away from your family, his three little girls. And the girls were driving her crazy. She needed them. And it was just like, and it puts a strain. When you can train and you live in the city you train, I guess it'll be a little bit better. Then when you got a break for camp, that's when she's got to get out the picture because she becomes a distraction. I'm over here training, you walking around in my favorite shorts, and I attack you like a wild cheetah, and that's taking me out of my training. My coach told me I
Right.
can't do that stuff. It is
Yeah.
forbidden. So I got to lock in to training. So that's when you go away. But when you train on a daily basis, you should train where you live. So Brea was training on a daily basis with freaking Panda in Mexico. That shit wasn't like,
Yeah, that's wild that he did that though. He should only go to camp when it's fight time.
I mean, it started becoming like, he needed it in his personal life too. So he had a little bit of catching up. But Sabir was a natural 140 pounder. He's a dangerous fighter for anybody in the division. So, he lost to Dalton Smith and Puerto Rico. We owe you one. You know what I'm saying? UK, we want that back. And just in fun competition. And we're gonna see where all these men lie. You know what I'm saying? What other fights this past weekend or fights that recently just went past that you can think of that was good fights?
My girl Tam Tebow, she became the fastest male or female to win that Ring Magazine belt. She did it in 5 fights this past weekend.
Why does it? That's the girl that they're saying that Clarissa Shields said is too green.
Yeah, that's the girl that. That's the girl that. Yeah, she did say that. She did say that.
Right, she said that, right? Okay, but here's my argument. Isn't she 5-3? She had 5 fights with 3 knockouts, right?
Oh yeah. She be stopping girls.
Okay,
yeah.
She's 5-3. Clarissa Shields, in her entire career, has 3 knockouts.
Nah, she's not too green. And I think Clarissa even said, she's like, I'll fight her.
What I'm saying is, why would Clarissa Shields say she's too green? When in her entire career, she only has 3 knockouts.
Yeah.
And this girl got 3 knockouts with only 5 fights. She must be doing something right.
Yeah.
I just think that you don't want to fight her because she's big and she's young. You fight all these old ladies, Clarissa Shields. You're fighting
I think Clarissa will fight her, man.
Ladies.
I think she'll fight. Huh? I think she'll fight Tam. I don't
know. I hope she does give her a shot.
I hope
because
so
it'll
too.
look better for Clarissa. And you want to know something, Clarissa? You better attack her early. Don't let her keep getting better. Because if you keep letting that girl get better, you're gonna get where Saul Canelo Alvarez is with David the Monster Benavidez. At one point in time, Saul could have beat David when David was calling him out. I dare you guys to go back in the videos and watch David back then fight. He had 2 left feet. He could not. He looked like Frankenstein. Saul Canelo Alvarez would have put him in boxing situations. He would have beat David back then.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think he beats David now.
Yeah, David's polished now.
And if Clarissa, if you allow her to get any better, you're not gonna beat her. She's already big. She's young. She's got the length. So if your best shot is to attack her now, that's my opinion. You let that girl get any better, Clarissa, she's gonna fuck you up, Clarissa. I'm trying to tell you, you're not gonna be able to fight her.
She's gonna be the face of women's boxing for sure. Like, cause once she beat Clarissa Shields, oh man. Take out the GOAT, man.
Shields doesn't want to fight her.
Yeah, that's what Nigerian Nightmare said. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, man. Chill Will saying it wasn't the best opportunity. Yeah, I get it. That's what they're gonna say about Tam. She hasn't really fought anybody, but like it's hard in women's boxing because like there's not a lot of options. So you got to fight whoever is there. Like you just got to fight them, and that's what it is, man. But yeah, I'm happy for Tam. She brought the belts back home. I think, Jake Paul got to keep her active though. He got to get her back in there because I know she does a lot of amateur boxing. Like she's trying to go back to the Olympics. So I'm like, man, I don't like that because I feel like the styles are so different. So it's like, man, just stick with pro. Now you're a unified champ. Let's just stick with the pros.
Yeah.
Go chase down Clarissa.
Maybe she doesn't go back now that maybe we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
a money fight.
On that, but
that's a money fight on the table for sure. Like that's something you could definitely bring to Netflix. Like you got GOAT versus the next one coming up, man. The one they say will beat her. So I definitely I want to see it, but I know a lot of people gonna the Clarissa fans they're gonna say not yet, and they're gonna say those type of things, and it's just like with Alicia and Caroline Dubois. They said Caroline's not ready yet, or Caroline's not in Alicia's weight class, and it's like, really? Come on, man. We want to see them fight.
Wow, it's almost the same scenario with the top women now, huh?
It's slowly starting to turn out. They got some money now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I'm gonna head on out round one. I gotta feed my
brother.
kids. I gotta get dinner ready. I appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Let the people know where they can find you,
Thank
man.
you. Oh, you guys can find me at Round One Sports Talk on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And thank you for having me on. And guys, in the chat, please don't forget to hit that like button. It's free and it gives the channel visibility. Thank you once again. Ryan from the 666.
We in the building, man. Shout out to my guy Round One, man. Make sure you guys go check him out, man.
Peace.
We'll be back on Thursday, 4 o'clock, same time. We'll be doing the preview and predictions for Salida Promotions. Somebody said Ray J was on the card, bro. Is that true, yo? What the hell? Ray J gonna be on that card, man? No way. Ray J gotta get packed up, bro.
Is anything you looking for?
Some gummies.
Gummies? Okay.
Hurry up and buy.
No.
Yo, Ray J gotta go, dog.
No, I'm 1 in 18 in boxing. Like, what's some tips?
I ain't gonna lie. 1 in 18?
Yeah.
Stop boxing.
Go.
Nah, man. Yo, we'll see, though. We'll cover that card. I'm gonna go live, do the live show for that card. Yo, I might go live Wednesday. I don't know, man. I might go live Wednesday morning for that Terra Moana. Anyways, I'll post it. Y'all just stay tuned, man. I'll post it if I'm gonna go live. If y'all in the Discord, get in the Discord. You know, I do have it on the community page somewhere, but I'll drop the Discord on the community page as well. For anybody, I don't have the link on me now, but I appreciate y'all, man. Hatboxing just rolled in. I'm about to head out, bro. It's 6 o'clock Eastern over here on the East. I gotta get these kids some food. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.